mean, proud as heck of this team, proud to be a part of it. Happy that we came down here and took care of business today. It didn't look pretty at all times, but the fight just kept on going. And, I think one person I want to shout out is Anderson Hardy stepped up big tonight, with Cole Garrison out with injury. And it was just good to see him play a whole game. And, that defense is unbelievable that we got, and special teams. And, it was just fun. It's just fun.
All right, we'll start off with Ethan Joyce, Winston-Salem Journal.
Hey, Noah. I guess first off, just, what were maybe some of the differences you saw just in your teammates as far as the response that they had to turn this one into a win, unlike some of the close games you guys have been in that haven't gone y'all's way?
I think, what you saw is we put together the best second half I think that we put together all year long. And we finished, and, when it got tough there at the end or in the game, nobody ever stopped. And I think that's the biggest thing is we kept pushing, we kept believing, we stayed together and just believed in each other. And I think that's the biggest thing.
What was that like for you to watch the two really big plays? You get the
See, Joey just dropped the screen on me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're good.
So just take me through watching those two big plays that really changed the tide of this game.
Jalen Virgil, just awesome to see that speed and just watch him just get one and break it. That was freaking awesome. And then, obviously that catch is just great. And, just speaks to him just staying persistent and staying with it. This season, probably hasn't went exactly how he wanted to with the stuff he's been battling. But, I think that's the thing that shows with everybody on this team is just the fight and the finish. And that's what I'm so proud of.
We'll go to David Ware, App State Mania.
Noah, congratulations on the win. The game in general was just such a toe-to-toe kind of trading blows type of a game right in the trenches. When you see those big plays, not just Jalen's kickoff return, but certainly Nate Noel breaking that long run, when you finally have that explosive play, which has been missing, from a lot of the season, how did that make you guys up front feel?
It's so fun, to see that pay off for those guys too. See that pay off for Virgil and Nate, man. Nate just comes in and works every day and has since he got here. Really love that kid and really think that kid's got a lot. App Station's going to love that kid for a long time. And, I think it's just fun. It's rewarding. And I'm more happy for them than I am for us up front.
What are the personal feelings? You'd lost to these guys 2 years in a row and they were bitter losses. Can you even kind of put into words what this means? Man, this is just it's such a great feeling. I just going to the locker room celebrating with the team, with this family has just been amazing today. And just to watch the fight, I couldn't be prouder to be a part of this program. And very, obviously not very happy with the way the last 2 years goes, but who cares about that crap now? Because look at this is this year, and we're excited. We're enjoying the moment. We're going to enjoy this bus ride back to Boone, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this team.
Start at, man. It's a blessing, man. It's awesome that we were able to bounce back from a loss, and especially against our rival, being Southern. So, man, it's just a blessing because, especially being a senior, and losing to Southern the last 2 years, it was awesome to come out and perform the way we all did. So,
we'll start off Ethan Joyce, Winston-Salem Journal.
Hey, Virg. I guess first off, you kind of hit on it a little bit there, but to have the impact you did in such a short amount of time in this game that really just kind of turned the tide, not just that kickoff, but even that big catch kind of on that last drive there. What's it mean to make that kind of impact?
Yeah. It means the world, man. I don't know if most people know this, but I've been kind of banged up for the whole year. So being able to come out here and perform, feeling healthy, and it just meant the world to me. That's all I've been wanting to do all season is just help the team win. So coming out and performing the way I did really, really feels good. So
I'm not going to ask you what the injury is, but what's it kind of prevented you from doing? What's it made difficult on the field for you?
It's just kind of held me back from being able to run full speed and being able to take all the reps that I want to take. So, but now that I'm feeling a lot more healthy, I'm able to go out there and do everything that the team needs me to do. So,
last one for me. How quickly do you know that in that kickoff return that you have a real good shot at trying to score the football?
Before I even ran on the field, I knew I was about to take it to the house whenever he called the play.
All right, we'll move on to David Ware, App State Mania. A short, quick answer from Jalen there.
Jalen, congratulations on the game. I know it felt great to stretch your legs, so to speak, on the kickoff return and the long pass late.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the touchdown catch, though, the 50-50 ball in the back corner of the end zone. You know, that's been a part of the game that's kind of been missing with you gone, with Thomas not healthy all year. Tell us about that catch.
You know, I had actually just jumped off sides to play before, so in my head I'm like, man, I got to make it up somehow. But nah, it was just a third down call, and you know, we were kind of backed up about 12, 13. I don't know how long the touchdown was, but you know, we just decided to just throw it up and just have a 50-50 ball and see who can make the play. So luckily, I made the play.
I asked Caden the same question. You know, because you're an App State guy, winning this game is huge because it's Georgia Southern, but you're also a Georgia guy. What does it mean to come home and win that game against that team?
It's awesome, man. I mean, just driving through Georgia, seeing the Georgia line, coming down here, and then having the opportunity to perform against these guys the way that we did, it was awesome. You know, just coming back to my home state and putting on the way that I did. So.
All right, we'll go to Kenneth Reese. And for those who don't know, Virg and Caden are high school teammates from the same hometown.
Yeah. That's my boy.
Quick question for you. That kickoff return, was that the first one that you've had either in high school or college, obviously, et cetera? Yeah. And second follow-up, did you even know that you were not touched at all during that return?
So first question, I actually didn't start kick returning until last year. That was my first time ever doing it. In high school, they never put me back there for some reason. You know, we had a lot of playmakers on my team, but I never got a chance to get back there. So last year was my first time against Charlotte returning the kick. And remind me the second question again. Oh, about being touched?
Yeah, did you know that you were not even touched on that return?
I don't know. It was all a blur to me. I mean, I just saw the hole and hit it. Like, now that I think about it, I remember not being touched. But in the moment, it seemed like I broke a tackle or two. But yeah.
I'll wrap up with one and then let you go. Just on the kick return, you had to basically reach over your head to even feel the ball. Like, it surprised some of us up here that you returned it. What was going through your mind? Did it surprise any of your teammates, or just what was going through your head?
See, it was a play that I was waiting on for the special teams coordinator, Coach Haynes, to call. It's called breakaway. So we start on the I fake like I'm about to go to the hash and then take it across the field. So in my head, I'm like, man, I've been waiting for him to call this all game. And it was kind of a line drive type of kick. So I was looking at it. I thought it was about to go over my head. I'm like, I need to just catch this and see what happens. So I haven't returned the kick in a minute. So let me just try it. So I seen it and I caught it over my head. I was like, that probably looked suspect. But, you know, I caught it and then I saw it open and just took off. Just used my speed to get there. So.
All right. We'll appreciate it, Jalen. We'll let you go on that.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
We're used to playing in this game, obviously, for championship implications, and we try to not make it too much than what it is. Use it as kind of just a way to get into the conference championship, but that wasn't the case this year. So, like me and my senior class, we've just been saying all year, how do we want to end? How do we want to go out? And, you know, it's different for us. We haven't played without the goal of playing for a championship. So I'm just proud of these guys for still being motivated and still want to come out. And even the young guys for bringing them along. And we had to tell them how important this game was. And they learned really quick once they got in this environment around this crowd, how important it was. And everybody pulled through. Even though we were down, we pulled through. I'm super proud of his offense and his defense and special teams.
We'll start with David Ware at State Mania.
Caden, congratulations. You know, when you're playing Georgia Southern as a safety, there's a lot on your plate. You know, you've got to be able to come down and run support. You've got to be able to stay on top of the deep ball. You know, you had an interception. And I mean, just talk about what their offense does to put stress on you and how you were able to especially respond so well to that tonight.
Yeah, I knew coming into this week, I'd be a little bit more of a linebacker than I've ever been this season for sure. And just trying to play fast and play sideline to sideline and help out when I can in the run game. And as far as the pass game goes, I mean, we have full trust in our corners out wide. So our goal inside was just to read our keys and make sure we knew when someone was blocking for sure, when they were running for a route. It's very tricky when you get into that option pass game, knowing when someone's blocking versus passing. So I'm proud of our team for having good eyes. I just did what I can, run around and got to the ball as much as I could.
You know, you're an App State guy, so this game is huge. You're also a Georgia guy. So, there's a little bit of extra motivation when you come from the Peach State. Talk about the opportunity to come in there and win this last game against Georgia Southern.
It's big, especially to do it here. Obviously, the last 2 years haven't sat well with any of us. And Coach Clark mentioned it in the beginning of the week that we haven't beat these guys in 700 something days, and we've been feeling not good about it for 700 days. So especially coming out on this field, I remember specifically my close friends, Jordan Fair got ejected from this game last time I was here in the first drive, and then Zach Thomas, another good friend of mine, got out the game with a concussion. So just to come back here and get some redemption, especially here, just meant a lot for sure.
We'll go to Ethan Joyce, Winston-Salem Journal.
Hey, Caden. I guess just as far as is this a validating win, especially at the end of the year, just with the fact you guys have been in tight games with good teams and you've been right there and they haven't gone y'all's way, and tonight you finally get one to kind of break in your favor?
For sure. I feel like this season especially, we've had times where 3 phases of the game, special teams, defense, and offense, we haven't necessarily clicked all at the same time. And going into this first half, I feel like it was the same story a little bit that we've seen throughout the season, where one side of the ball things were going and the other side it wasn't. But then at halftime, I feel like we flipped the switch and all sides of the ball got going. You saw that on offense, you saw defense keeping it up, and you saw a score in the special teams game. So I feel like we were just all on the same page, and it's definitely very validating. I think it says a lot about us as a team with our resilience this year, playing down, had to play down quite a bit this year, and just coming through with the win.
How much does it charge you guys up on defense to see, Virgil's punt return and Nate kind of turn around and get a big TD run there? And then how do you kind of keep that under wraps a little bit to where you don't get too swept up in it?
For sure. It's obviously great seeing those things and having things go your way, and we definitely get excited about it. And especially, it's very easy to get excited with this crowd cheering against you the whole game, and having them silent is definitely a big motivating thing. So I was just telling the guys the whole game, just try to stay. I was kind of just doing this, telling them to stay calm and try to stay in neutral, not stay too high or too low. And John Law was doing that big too, just trying to keep our heads throughout the whole thing and know that football is a crazy game, and no matter how down we are, how up we are, things could go either way regardless. So we were just trying to stay kind of neutral, I would say is the best word for it, throughout the whole game, and level-headed.